What if your entire life, every single fight, every win, every moment of sheer terror and relief was all squeezed into just 11 months? Well, today, that's the life we're gonna live. Because you are a flying fish, and your story is starting right now. Okay, so you've just torn free from your egg. You're out in the open water. There are hundreds of other eggs floating all around you. And your first thought? It isn't wonder, it's not awe, it's just hunger. A deep, desperate hunger. So you bite into the closest egg. Inside, a sibling. You suck out what's left and you immediately move to the next one. Your very first act in this world is cannibalism, all for the sake of survival.
And look, there's another hatchling doing the exact same thing, carving out his own little space. He's your first rival. You chase him up toward the surface, and for one incredible, glorious second, you're both flying. It's your first ever glide. But then a shadow just erupts from the deep. A tuna, mouth wide open, swallows him in one gulp and is gone. Just like that, the threat's gone. But so is the only other being like you. You're completely, utterly alone.
And this is it. This is the one single rule of your new life. The world is food, or you are food. There is no in-between. Every single moment from here on out is going to be about that simple, brutal choice.
Your entire life is going to be this series of intense, defining moments. Think of this as the roadmap for your short, crazy existence, all the way from your first meal to your very last gamble.
After weeks of being totally by yourself, you finally see it. Hundreds of little ripples on the water, dozens of fish, all moving as one. You just kind of slip into the formation, and nobody chases you away. You just copy them. They turn, you turn. They dive, you dive. And that constant nagging fear of being a single, easy target, it finally starts to fade away. For the very first time, you feel something that's kind of like safety.
But here's the thing, you're always doing the math in your head. Being in the school, yeah, it's way safer. It's more efficient, but it means sharing everything, which means less food for you. Being alone, hey, all the food is yours for the taking, but you are always exposed. Survival is just one trade-off after another. And then, suddenly, chaos. The school just explodes. A predator shoots up from below. Fish scatter everywhere. Some of them launch into the air trying to glide away. You see one of them try it, and a bird just dives out of the sky and snatches it right in midair. You, though, you made a different choice. You stayed low. You buried yourself deep inside the group. The predator misses you. Your choice meant life. His meant death. It's that simple.
But you know that feeling of safety you have in the school? It's fragile. It's really just an illusion. It only works if every single fish makes the right call, every single time. And, well, you're about to make the wrong one.
So you're about 2 months old now. You see it floating off to the side. A big jellyfish, barely moving. The rest of the school swims right past it. But you slow down. It looks dead. It looks like an easy meal in a world where nothing is ever easy. So what do?
You take the bite, and the tentacle just snaps forward. The sting is electric. Venom floods your system, locking up your muscles. You try to catch up with the school, but you can't. You're swimming crooked. You're way too slow. And you just have to watch as they get farther and farther away. They don't even look back.
You have to understand, a school isn't a family. It's a machine designed for one thing, survival. And a slow, wounded part makes the whole machine vulnerable. You're a liability now. And in the cold, hard logic of the ocean, you're simply not worth the risk. You are alone again.
So, you're on your own again. But you're older now. You've learned some things. Survival isn't just about instinct anymore. Now, it's about strategy. It's about outthinking the things that are trying to kill you.
You can feel it before you even see it. You know that feeling? You're being watched. A young seagull is circling high up above you. It's not diving yet. It's patient. It's studying you, learning how you move, just waiting for you to make one little mistake so it can strike.
But instead of running, you decide to fight back on your own terms. You give that seagull exactly what it's looking for, a long, wide, inviting glide. As it dives in for the kill, you do something totally unexpected. You kick again, hard, shooting straight up, and you slam your body right into its chest. The bird is completely shocked, and it tumbles into the sea. You just outsmarted a hunter.
You're 6 months old now, a veteran, and you meet another one of your kind. This kicks off a whole new kind of battle, one that isn't about teeth and speed. This one's all about endurance.
And at first, it's great.
You hunt together. It's a little partnership. But then something changes. She starts to nudge you away from food. She cuts you off. She steals prey right out from under you. It's not some big, violent fight. It's a quiet, cold war of attrition. And you're losing.
But then she starts to slow down. You see she's spawning, releasing her eggs, and you realize that biological need, it's taking everything she has. She's so weak now, you could easily finish her, but you don't have to. You just watch as her body kind of slips sideways and she sinks down into the darkness, gone forever.
And that right there is probably the biggest lesson you'll ever learn. Survival isn't always about being the strongest or the fastest. Sometimes it's just about being the one who's still there at the end. Okay, you're 9 months old, you've found a new school, you're feeling that little illusion of safety again, and then the water starts to pulse. Dolphins. But you can tell right away, this isn't about food. They're not hunting. They're just here to play. It's a complete nightmare. One of your schools is just folded in half with a tail slap. Another gets torn apart. You're thrown into the air, slammed, battered around, and somehow you're the last one left. You only get away because the dolphins get bored. They spot a pufferfish, a new toy, and they just leave you behind. You didn't escape with skill. You survived on pure, dumb luck.
And now, you're 11 months old, an old man. You haven't eaten in 2 days. You are alone, weak, and you are completely out of time. To make it through this, you're going to have to take one final, desperate risk.
And then you see it, in the deep dark water, a light. But it's not like the shimmer of plankton or the moon. This is steady, it's bright, it is completely unnatural. But you can smell food in the water. So, is this your salvation? Or is it something else entirely?
You can't resist it. The hunger is too much. You circle once, then you surge forward and you snap at this little glint of metal just under the light. The hook punches clean through your mouth, the line goes tight, and the pull is just irresistible, just yanking you up and up and up until you break the surface and leave your entire world behind forever. A hand grabs you. The hook is ripped out. You're flopping around on some hard, wet surface. You can't breathe. 2 men lean over. One of them holds up a little phone. A flash goes off. After a whole lifetime of fighting and outsmarting and surviving in this brutal world, your epic story ends just like that. You're just a photo.